Hello, this is Janet16 and welcome to this kind of very different video. But I wanted to film this and give you an idea of what I'm going to do for my new model railway. I'm currently building two model railways. The first one you probably have seen the last update is the double O gauge model railway that's going to be based on somewhere on the East Coast Main Line. And the second one is my O gauge model railway, which is being built as a exhibition layout, and it will be going to its first show next April, next Easter. But what we're talking about today is, well, tonight I should say, it's about, don't even know what time it is. It's about 11:15. We're talking about the double O gauge layout. It's going to be based on the East Coast Main Line. Now, in the previous layout update, I showed you that there's no board down. That's something that's happening over this week and next week. But I've decided to base it on a real location and have a scenery section. So what this means is I got to do a lot of research. I'm going to be building. If we go to this file here, I'm not sure how good camera is, but it's under Stoke Summit. And if we click it, we've got loads of pictures coming up, some research and everything. So what I'm going to be doing is building a part of the East Coast Main Line that is called Stoke Summit and Stoke Tunnel. Now, I've been watching a few videos with Tony Wright, who does BRM and magazine and that, and his layout, Little Bytham, is by far one of the greatest layouts I've seen on YouTube. I'd love to go and see it for real. That always comes up when I turn the computer on. I don't know why it is. It came when I downloaded a game on here, so I don't know what that is. But yeah, Tony Wright's Little Bytham is one of the greatest layouts I've seen on YouTube, and like I said, I would love to go and see the real thing. So yeah, he was talking about Stoke Summit. There's a model railway. I can't remember the exact name of the group who actually built it, but they done the Stoke Summit, and we got some pictures here. Let's click on one. Start with that one, I think. So this is across the pulling what looks like a fully fitted train. Quite a good picture actually. So at the background here we got the tunnel. Now a lot of the pictures that I found are of the model railway when I went on Google and typed it in. And there's one in black and white. One of the things I got to do is get the tunnel entrance right. Which, let's get, I don't know, let's zoom in. I'm just about to see it at the back there. It's not a great picture. If we, let's go back, get rid of that. And I'll try and get a picture of the tunnel. Like I said, it was really hard to find pictures, photos of this. And this was actually a good photo, yeah. Now, they're actually focusing on the track work here. I'm not too sure. It looks like a catch point. But this is something I want to replicate on the layout. And you can see at the back here, this is railway trunking, you know, where they carry the electrical wires down through. Again, something I really want to recreate. And you got the wires going at the wall. Now, this layout's based in 50s, late 50s, 59 I think, which is about the same era I'm doing. Not Little Bytham, sorry, Stoke Summit. Stoke Summit's based 100 miles from London and 5 miles from Brampton. And on the hillside, there's actually a sign posted 100 miles, which is quite nice, which I'll look at in a second. My computer, my mouse keeps sticking. I cleaned in. It's kind of sticking at the moment. I don't know. There's a picture somewhere here I took of the sign. We'll have a look at a few real photos in a sec. But a lot of these photos I've got. That's not it. That's not the real tunnel. That's actually Severn Tunnel. That shouldn't be in this file really. So these are real photos from the real place. If we zoom in a bit there. So you've got a tunnel entrance down here. This looks like, well, it's definitely a Pullman train. This is an Atlantic. I'm not sure of the actual class. I know it's an Atlantic. It's the 442. Bachmann actually made some nice models of this not so long ago for the National Railway Museum. But again, this is purely a picture of the tunnel. This is just a photo I've saved of the queue sits on a mineral train. Try and go back. So I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this photo is the other end of Stoke Summit Tunnel. Because Stoke Summit, the entrance that I'm working on, again, this is, I'm not sure if this is a model or real, I'm guessing it's real, but we got an A32556, I think. And there's a tunnel again, and again, a nice photo to have the tunnel. I can get some work done building that from that. That's another one I want to recreate. So this is the first photo I found. Now, I'm not sure of the A4. Looks like Sir Nigel Gresley actually. Yeah, Sir Nigel Gresley cast a 7 on the camera. So this is outside Stoke Summit Tunnel, just on down the track. And what happens with Stoke Summit? The track splits into 4, and you have 2 passing loops for freight. And again, this is seen here on the model railway. So what happens is I'm guessing this is the up line. You have 3 rails here, one a little bit split apart, and that's purely because you've got 2 main line and then you've got a freight line. Notice the freight line's a little bit dirtier, grubbier with track, and that's because the engine stood around waiting for signals to change and that. Signal box I would have to get right, of course, at the back here. This shed, this is a lot of what I've got to go from, like I said, the pictures. But I want to get the detail done on this model. And there's the tunnel again. That's actually Potter's Barn, I believe. An area I really want to work on in the future. So yeah, nice clear picture of the signal box here. They go a bit blurry if I zoom in, but you can see it there. And I believe it's called Point Rodden. Correct me if I'm wrong. But at some point this is going to have to go under the track for one of the points. Now here's the rail going down, and you see the Point Rodden here. Don't zoom in too much because it'll go too blurry. But Point Rodden across there. And this point goes to a dead end, and then the point goes across to the main line. And then behind this engine, you cannot see it, but this is the, I'm not too sure, some at Scott. But behind this, you have another rail going out, so this goes to 4 rails behind the A1 now. And this, again, the model railway, but you can see the tunnel. I mean, they've done a great job of recreating this area. I'm going to have to watch some videos tomorrow, some of my footage to see. There's the sign I was talking about. So this sign up here, you can just about make it out. But this has 100 miles London on. So that's something I'm going to have to get done. The bank wasn't that steep on Stoke Summit across here, but I'm guessing they're using a lot of its scenery. I probably will not do the bank as steep as that, just because I don't need to. One thing I need to point out as well, on my layout, I haven't got a nice long straight area to do this, so mine's going to be a giant curve. Now it does kind of take away what Stoke Summit was. Stoke Summit was a long straight, but you know, you got to make cut corners and that to do stuff, so I'm quite happy to do that because my corners are not going to be majorly tight. It's got to be a nice gentle curve all the way around, so I should get away with that. Nice coloured picture here. You can just see actually from this shot, if I just move the camera, you've got a track here, down this end, down here. This is what goes to a dead end. It's kind of you know, like a catch area for locomotives. But this is a WD, common locomotives at the time on the railway. And the signalling's really good on this, and this gives me an idea where the signals went, because I've watched reviews on this railway, this actual model railway of it, and their signals and everything are in the right place. So that's great to go from for me. Nice shot of the signal box here with the V2, I believe that is. Yeah, that's a V2. This box on the side, you can just about see here, that would have been used for coal. I'm going to have to get really detailed pictures of the signal box. Now this light, this is something I thought about earlier, because this is the Elizabethan. People who know me, the Elizabethan's one of my favourite trains that ran. One of the reasons I'm doing this part of the layout is because this part of the East Coast Main Line is because there's a lot of pictures of the Elizabethan going through that in my books anyway, so I'm going to take some pictures of them. But you can see the fourth rail here. So if I can get a picture of it, DMU services, that shed's tipped over there. I don't know why that shed's upside down. But there's fourth rail again. You see in the background. So the fourth rail starts literally right behind this A3, where the other starts a lot farther down the line. Now this might work out pretty well for me on my layout, because I got to the tunnel section's got to start from under the window on the layout, and then the entire layout's got to go around the corner. I'm not sure the size yet, but it's going to be a pretty big area. Now this is the picture I wanted to show you. So we got the signalling, we got the trunking down here for wires. This is another A1, and if we zoom in, the camera's not liking this when I zoom in, but the rails go up there for the one, and then the rails go right past the signal box, and then they come out to the fourth rail. And that's actually a good photo. If I can sort it out, get some of the pixels done, make it look smarter, I know now that the trunking of the rail, the point rodding, sorry, ends there, opposite the point. Nice picture of a Daltic here. Again, see what I said about this over here? This is coal. This is where the trains would have stood for a while, waiting for the signals to change. So that's just a brief look at what I want to do with my layout. Again, a nice picture of the tunnel. I don't know if I showed you that just now. But there's a nice sign here as well. I don't know what's going to be on this signpost. I'm going to have to look into that. It's work in progress, of course. It's going to take a while to build. But I'm quite excited that I'm going to be doing some of this at a real location, because I've never done it before. And it should be a nice challenge. I want to do it as close as I can to the real thing. It's skewed in the giant bend around the layout, but we'll have to deal with that. But it should look really well, and the great thing is I got a lot of LNER stock in BR livery, of course, and it should look really good. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to do more research, try and find out more about the like real pictures and everything. If you have any ideas where I can find these real photos, please leave a comment below, because that'd be really helpful. I'd really appreciate that if you could help me out with that, because like I said, I'm going off the model railway pictures here. I'm not 100% sure of the model railway club that built this, but I'll try and find out, put it in the description before I upload this video. But like I said, I got to go through most of their pictures at the moment, because their layout is really good, and I know it's, from what I read in that it's really accurate to the real site. And the layout was sold a couple of years ago now, which is a shame. Would have been great if we could just go and buy it, but you know. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope I haven't bored you too much on this, but it gives you an idea of what I'm going to be building. This viaduct will be built into the layout. Obviously, I'm not going to have a curve like this. The curve's going to be the other way around and not as tight as that. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Hopefully I haven't bored you to death. You can see the 4 tracks here as well, which is great. And I'll have more details on it very soon. So bye until then.